Good fam, it's a full moon. Yay. Actually, I might pull from this animal deck for us. So I'm just going to pull for the collective in general, see what the energies are, what guidance information you have for us. The collective when it comes to this full moon incoming. Octopus, practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. And the gorilla, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, including or especially your family members. Two quite very different animals. And then at the base we have the tortoise. You're too fragmented, so do what it takes to get grounded. Oh my gosh, this has been me today, fam. Like, my ADHD kicked in hard today and I was so scattered, like, what? But I also felt like this being scattered was unnecessary, and then also a reflection of things that I needed to do for myself, like for my nervous system, like stretch, or I think I skipped breakfast, which is the first time I've skipped breakfast in ages. So yeah, some of you might relate to that. Just if you're feeling scattered, it's because you're probably not grounded, and grounding really just means connecting to your body, like basic stuff. So maybe doing something that's a part of your usual routine or organizing yourself. So yeah, this card talks about physical expression, but I guess as a reflection of the internal. First and foremost, when I see the octopus, I think of someone that is an ancient soul that has a lot of wisdom. So you could relate to being someone that has lived many lifetimes. Even in this one, you've had so many different experiences, and there are so many things that you've learned from those different experiences. But this card in particular talks about, like, say if you're in a funk or if you're in an energy that you don't want to be in or you don't need. It might not even be a negative energy, but you might need to access some other part of yourself to do a certain task or whatever. It talks about shape-shifting, so changing your posture, changing your physical movement, or even like the colors that you're wearing. For example, if you need more energy, motivation, you could wear orange, you could wear red, or you could eat kai that's that color, or bring flowers or plants or whatever into your space that are that color as well. Yeah, and it says practice, so this is a practice, meaning that this is something that you do kind of like ritually, especially if you're someone that does multiple things. Rather than being like scattered and all over the show, it looks like this moon is asking us to hone in on our powers, so to speak, or our skills, our tasks, the things that we use our brain power for, to hone in on those things and kind of master them, or know that we are, how do I want to say that? I don't know, I just feel like getting a hold of everything and being more in charge of our energy, I guess. We also may be called to listen to those around us that we consider family, that love us, that we love. So someone around you might have something to say. Hold space if you need to. Yeah, compassion is important here. And also listening to, I was going to say, your ancestors if you need to take time, ones that are not here, I mean. For some, could be like a father figure. And also for some, it's yourself that you need to listen to more compassionately. The different parts of yourself that are coming through. So maybe that's why some of you are scattered. Some of us might be scattered. We need to ground. Some of us might need to retreat a little bit. Like this full moon, just go into our shell just to take a breath. Okay, let's pull some tarot. What guidance information you'll call something like justice and peace do you have for us, the collective, this full moon? Okay, so we had 7 of Pentacles and Ace of Swords reversed, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands at the base of the deck. Some of us might be confused or lacking clarity on something that is not growing. So 7 of Pentacles reversed is like something that we've invested our time and energy into, and it's not as fruitful as we think it should be, or it just isn't. Like, it's not giving us the results that we wanted. And with this particular energy comes a lack of clarity. So maybe we're called to like let go of things that I actually want to know what we're supposed to do with that. What do we do with this 7 of This came out straight away. The Lovers reversed. So there's a, oh, okay. I was going to say, like, with the Ace of Swords, that can be communication. And the Lovers is communication, Gemini energy. But reversed, there's a lack of communication. So some of you are needing to communicate. And that is what is going to help you release any burdens that you are holding on to. Because this just slid reversed. Yeah, so some of you might be stressed with Four of Swords, or like overthinking or something, and maybe like stepping into a more collaborative energy with your team or who you consider your team. I'm also seeing Igbe, which is in Ifa Yoruba tradition, that is your spiritual team. And so it's like not just your ancestors, it's also like your heavenly or your spirit team that's also outside of your ancestors. So some of them, I guess, are wanting to come through, I guess, as your whānau. This could even be like other entities, beings that you knew in past lives or whatever that aren't in this life with you. It's very possible. So, and when I'm saying it's separate from your ancestors, you could consider those your ancestors, but ancestors, I guess, in a more specific way would be people that contributed to your actual lineage. So yeah, you might have like past life connections or people that have beings, entities, whatever, that are in other realms that help you out. You know, if you know, that want to talk to you or have messages for you. But yeah, being in a collaborative energy, so making sure you're working in a team with others is important. Maybe there's lack of conversation, a lack of clarity, a lack of answers of how something is growing, or this can even be something that's like unhealthy. Is like, I'm seeing like something rotten, or fruit that's rotten, or yeah. So however you can bring your own energy into a harmony, that is encouraged. How can we bring our own energy? How can we bring harmony to any disharmony at this time? How can the collective bring harmony to any disharmony at this time? King of Pentacles, getting grounded, fam. This is like looking at the overall picture of things. King of Pentacles is the, I don't know what to call it, like the last pentacle. Again, it's not gender, it's just energy. So it's the pentacles and the material, the physical realm, and the masculine expression of it. So that being like outward expression, action. Some people need help. Some of you may need some like physical support somehow. Please clarify, King of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Swords, Six of Cups. So this could be to like release burdens that are not yours to carry. So some of us are holding on to burdens that are not ours. Some of us need to have conversations about home, finances. There could be a disharmony in the physical, tangible realm, material realm. Yeah, something that is not growing, that is burdening us and is not like sustainable or substantial. So maybe there may be conversations this full moon about like, yeah, how can we work together better? How can I support you? How can you support me? How can we have more peace in our relationship? And you might not be having this with the other person, but you might be thinking about it yourself as well, and thinking about what you can do, because sometimes we can't control other people, especially if there is a lack of communication in this certain scenario. This full moon, we're called to like move on as well from anything that we've been holding on to. Like we were saying, that's classic Six of Swords, Aquarius energy, and Six of Cups. Some of us are called to move on from past relationships that we're still holding on to in some way. Yeah, I was seeing with Six and Four of Swords. So with the tarot, you can add the numbers together and then it will reveal to you more in depth. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 swords. So that's 10 of swords, and then we have that confirmed here. So yeah, I'm seeing some of you are really letting go of past attachments, like baggage, things that were weighing you down, and coming into more of a decision. Something could have been making you feel a bit indecisive could have been, I had butting heads in the past, but maybe this full moon is calling you to work with who you can. Could just be one other person that you're conversating with, one other person that you're bringing an idea together with, to help you release what you no longer need, to help you release what's been mentally restricting you. Two of Swords is kind of like Three of Pentacles in this deck. It's about like collaboration, joining forces. And the Wheel of Fortune, so that's nice to see. The fortune is in our favor at this time, so that's like the full moon's working with us to help us release, help us link up with those that have the same values and beliefs as us, so we can get these blessings, we can get the ball rolling is what I'm hearing, because there's been a bit of stagnance, there's been a bit of disharmony, and a bit of like rottenness. The Tower, yeah, big changes, but ego deaths as well I'm seeing. So some of us maybe need to let go of how we're used to doing things. That's Aries energy. What guidance and affirmations you have for us? It's collective. Yeah, Three of Swords, Four of Wands. I was getting this before actually, like seeing whānau, like hurt in family. So that might be a big theme this full moon coming up, like the hurt that has gone on in family. Yeah, or where your joy maybe it could have been siphoned. And this is seeing childhood or children wounds there. If you have children, oh, it's quite heavy, fam. I'm actually seeing like even like gossip for some. This is quite particular reading. I'm not really sure who's watching this, but some of your family has been spoken about in negative ways, which has been quite hurtful, and that can be quite hard, but I'm seeing like you're moving on from that and trying to find some peace. Some of you have had trouble sleeping as well because of this, but we have two of cups at the base of the deck. Staying hydrated, water ritual is important. Whoever you are intimate with, even if it's just one person, like a friend, could be your partner, could be a family member, keep them close by. It could just be you and the divine and your ancestors, like I was saying, but keep them close by and make sure you're sharing how you're feeling and listening to how other people are feeling at this time. Again, boundaries are important. Doesn't have to be everyone, where you feel safe, but make time for yourself to share how you've been feeling and also to express love as well. Some of you all may be making sacrifices in intimate connections, or your intimate connection to yourself. Could be giving offering to the divine as well. That came up in Earth sign reading, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Aries season, I'm needing to give certain offering. I just heard fruit. Parrots could be significant. Haircut, again, that came up in the other reading. So if you have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo placements, go watch that reading. There's some nice vibes in there for you all, especially about this family, like energy sharing and stuff. But holding space for yourself and others is super important. It'll bring you a bit more confidence and motivation if there has been conflict, and help you like take action towards certain things. I also feel like it's important for you to do what makes you feel close to yourself. I also just dropped these on the floor, so you might be letting go of a past connection or the choice that you might not have been wanting to make, because remember the Lovers was reversed before, is to let go of something or someone. So this can literally be anything. Again, I don't like readings that are always about romance. Like, there's so many different people in our lives. Could even be letting go of past memories that are attached to childhood or certain people that have been holding you back. But whatever it is a choice. So I really call this full moon to make the choices that we need to make. Say the things we need to say. Anything that is not growing, that is rotting, that is kind of creating a stench or stagnance in our lives, this is a great opportunity to work with the moon for it to leave. And then giving us room to lots of clearing, and giving us room to focus on our intimate relationships with self, with the divine, with others that really, really, really like value us, and hold space for us. I've also heard that song, is it by Maya? No, what is it? Fabulous. Fabulous, and is it Tamia? It's the lyrics are, I think you're truly something special, just what my dreams are made of. It says, let's stay together, you and me. There's no one like you around. But I'm getting it as like I was saying, in the context of like the universe, source, the divine, your ancestors, and your family, like the people that around you that value you, not necessarily blood, just anyone that you have intimate relationship with. Yeah, so there's this like intimacy exchange and love shared and an affirming of love for each other, encouragement. Yeah, maybe someone around you needs to know that they're valued, or maybe you need to know that you're valued. Sometimes it's okay to ask for someone to be like, can you remind me that you love me? Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that. You like, a lot of the time people don't know what we want exactly unless we say it, you know. So yeah, I'll leave that there, fam. Happy full moon.